Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City for a much-anticipated main event. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn burner.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. How about that one? Oh, a big shot comes home for him. What a hook to the body, and he is down and in bad shape. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But, Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
That's a big uppercut that just crashed home.
Finish with the hook.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counterpunch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Watch the hook.
Last 10 seconds of this first round. End of the round there, a round in which we did see the knockdown. And Teddy, when a fighter comes back to the corner, having just been floored, typically how are they acting? What are you seeing on them?
Just imagine you just walked into a room and somebody hit you from behind. You dropped. You're afraid to go in that room again. So put a light on in that room and explain to him why he got dropped. He will not be afraid to go back in that room.
You hear me? Escuches. This is your fight. Keep it up. Keep scoring points. Keep throwing punches.
All we need is water up there.
You have to double the job. It's timing you.
don't need that. Throw that away.
How quickly can he recover? That's one of the questions that will be answered early on in this round after being knocked down in that last round.
Well, what he has to do is go out there, be defensive-minded. I think get a little time early on. Don't worry about winning or pressing the first part of the round. Just get himself together, then start picking it up after that.
Let it go.
Crashes home with a hook. Early on in this fight, one of the things I'm going to look for is who's the more well-rounded fighter offensively. Who can do it all with all their punches?
Well, you look for that in any sport, in any profession. You know, you look at a quarterback, you know, in football, the great ones, they can throw deep, but they can throw the short patterns. They can throw the outs, the in patterns. Same thing with a fighter.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Halfway through this round. Well-placed hook. We're seeing a lot of work to the body here early on by him. Teddy, is that a certain mentality, these guys that commit to being a body puncher?
Yeah, because they understand that the body punching You know, that's not something that's glorious. That's not something that, you know, like a great left hook.
Oh, that uppercut got him badly. Oh! This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down. Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
There's a nice left hand able to get in. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. Round comes to an end. We saw the knockdown there in that round. A little bit of a momentum gainer.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to them in a fight was when they scored the knockdown because they thought it was just going to keep happening. And they thought about only the punch they landed, not how they set it up. So they got away from the game plan.
When he reaches in, let that right hand go, all right?
Start of the round, but Teddy, it could be the end of the fight. He's been knocked down numerous times, including the last round.
You're probably right, Joe, but when things are darkest is when you find out what is special inside somebody, where they can go to a place you never expect them to be able to go to. Look at Archie Moore, Yvonne Durrell, years ago. Archie Moore was over 40 years old, in there with a 20-something-year-old Durrell. He was on the floor 3 times in the first round. He found a way to come back and knock him out in the 11th. Is this another one of those nights?
Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
He looked like the Will of the Wisps, the old great Willie Pett. Made him miss, made him pay.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. There's the hook. That wasn't able to land. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own.
You're not focusing.
Ten seconds to go in this third round.
You have to start doubling that jab, okay? Double that jab. That'll put us in a position.
There you go. That's the best.
Beautiful, lindissimo, beautiful. I want another round like that. This is your fight, okay?
You got any more of these?
You're in complete control of this fight. Okay. Please.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at Teddy's scorecard after 3 rounds, and you can see that he's up by just a round. But I think it's fair to say that it's anybody's fight at this point.
Luke gets up. Keep working the body. Move your head.
Good way to protect the midsection. Halfway through round number 4. Fires right back at him. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Keep moving. Come on.
Scores up top with a left. That punch just close. Off the mark.
Get in there.
Do that again.
10 seconds to go in the 4th. Well played, straight right hand. And that round comes to an end. And you know, I've turned to you many times throughout our careers broadcasting together and said, why is this guy not throwing punches? I just don't get it, Teddy.
Well, there's 2 reasons usually. One is he's not in shape. In this case, I think he's in shape. He doesn't want to throw. I know that boggles your mind, too. What do you mean he doesn't want to throw? You're thinking to yourself, he's a fighter. He's in the ring. He knows that he has to throw punches. But if he throws punches, he also has to put himself in a position where the guy's going to throw back. That means he has to take more chances. And some guys would rather not take those chances.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. He just missed that shot up top. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
And he ties up on the inside. Now his opponent got away from that uppercut.
Come on, get focused.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go. Unable to score with the hook.
Body shot.
He clinches when he gets to the inside.
Come on, get focused.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Solid shot. The left hand came in. End of the round, and he's had better rounds in the fight than the one we just saw, but still, it's very much there for the taking.
Yeah, whoever finishes off strongly in the late parts of these rounds, a lot of times, you know, the judges get mesmerized a little bit here, too. You know, it's a real close fight, and you kind of forgot where the separation was. And whoever grabs the last part of the round, that's who you remember. It's very important in this kind of fight. Finish up good at the end of the round.
I need you to keep moving.
It's like a whole new fighter out there. Look at him as we start this round. Remember what happened to him in the last round. Now he's up on his toes.
Yeah, well, remember what happened to him in the last round. That's what we say, but he doesn't say that. He's putting that out. He's putting it into the rearview mirror. He's going forward down the road with a lot of hope, a lot of vigor, a lot of confidence. Protecting his head well with his guard.
He's got that certain something that's a well-acquired skill in this craft of boxing, and that is superb defense, and it's on target tonight.
It is. The old timers would say, you know, that's the hard thing, is to learn defense. You know, the easy part, the fun part is letting your hands go. So he's got the hard part down. Guess what? He's enjoying the fun part right now because of it.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Lands the counter. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. One of those fights were at the halfway point. I wouldn't even venture a guess as to what the scorecard should look like. And I don't know that it even matters. All I know is this. Both guys have brought their A games. Both guys have come here to fight tonight.
What you know is that it's become a real war of wills. Two stubborn guys, and they're going to continue to argue right to the end.
Nice work. He's hurt. I need you to jump on him in this round, all right? Jab works good.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. Good counter punch. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. He's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
.90 seconds to go here in this round. Good left there. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Uppercut! Uppercut!
He got hit, but he sends it right back. Had his target in mind, but just missed. Final 10 seconds. Able to land the jab. And we come to the end of the round.
Best defense is to throw punches. You need to throw more punches, not take them away. Good, good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go down.
What did I tell you? Keep your hands up. You're throwing punches, but your hands are down. Are you good? Focus now. Focus.
Start of round number 8. It's been an interesting one so far. He finds himself down, even though he has scored a knockdown.
Yeah, and he deserves to be, Joe. After that knockdown, he went to sleep. He just stopped working.
keeping his hands up, getting away of his opponent's effort. How do you break out of this, Eddie? How do you break out of this mode where you're just thinking defense because you got hurt earlier in the fight?
Well, a good corner. First of all, a corner guy has to tell him, hey, look, are you just trying to survive right here? Because if that's what you're going to do, okay, you may survive, or he may just step it up where you don't even have a chance to survive later. But if you want to win this fight, you have to get a hold of yourself, you have to listen to me, and you have to find a way to create offense again.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own.
Finish with the hook.
Right to the belt line. That is a strong uppercut there. That hook was well off the mark. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go.
Away from those punches. Move your head.
And round 8 comes to an end. I think even the casual observer, the guy who doesn't watch a lot of boxing, can look at this right now and tell you he's winning this fight with ease.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the casual observer. I'm worried about the so-called professional judge. Time and time again, he's shown me that he does not know what he's watching sometimes. But you're right. In this case, it would be hard, almost impossible, to argue for the other fighter.
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Carries that punch away. Wow, what a turnaround. You never know what's going to happen in this game.
You're never supposed to take anything for granted, never assume anything. They tell you that in life. In the ring, you get taught that real fast.
He got caught by a big shot.
You got this one.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. So here he is again, missing more punches. Now, I like a guy that throws punches, Teddy, but at some point, you got to do more than that.
Yeah, I tell you right now, if he was a carpenter, I would not have him coming in doing my kitchen cabinets because he'd be just cutting up a lot of wood, you know, and it'd be all over the place. But I wouldn't have the bookshelves. I wouldn't have the cabinets that I want. I'd have a mess. And right now, this fight's getting messy.
There you go.
Just missed scoring with that punch.
That's it, just like that.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Remember earlier, he was on the canvas. Now he's looking down on his opponent.
And we thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he got careless here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he catches a lucky break. Saved by the bell here at the end of the round, Teddy.
Yeah, right away you're thinking, you know, where do I spend my time right now? You want to tell him things that can help him, but he is really groggy right now, so you got to get him clear-minded first.
It's okay. It's okay. I need you to move this round, all right? Move. Muévate. He's going to come in swinging. He thinks you're still hurt, and he's going to look to finish you off.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Well, he's throwing it, but just missed. Isn't landing it. Able to cover up that gut. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Wow! And he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time? He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. Gets rid of that body shot. There's a right hand. What we've seen here in these later rounds as the fight is progressing is that he wants to go to the body more and more, and he's doing it.
And he's going to get an opportunity because of that later on to fake downstairs and watch him. He's going to go upstairs.
Well-timed, well-placed uppercut there.
That's what I want to see.
Able to time that left hand and score with it.
Work the body.
That just missed. And the round comes to an end.
Calm down. Breathe. Breathe. He got you with your hands down. Come on. Hands up. Hands up.
Listen, I want you to pick his jabs. Throws a jab, parry it away, and you'll catch him, okay? You got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch him. You need to capitalize.
You know, there's a part of me that actually likes when we get to this point in the fight. Things been lingering along. He hasn't picked up any ground. He's trailing by a significant margin here at the start of round number 11 on your scorecard, so it's do or die.
Yeah, exactly. And all that training, all the months that he's put in getting ready for this fight in the training camp and everything, it all comes down, as you just said, next few minutes.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Not able to land the headshot. Now he ties up there. Flush right hand to the body. I can imagine throughout your career you've been all over a lot of fighters for lack of movement.
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating because you start to wonder, does he want to win the fight? That's when you start to wonder.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot.
Keep working the body. Get it out. Get it out.
Good looking uppercut that time.
Nice work. Nice work.
And now you can see him utilizing the jab.
You know, a lot of times you see a guy on the outside bouncing around, staying away. You understand the use of a jab. But when you're coming forward, you have to come forward with a cover. And that jab, that's the cover.
Suck it up. There is no tomorrow. You can do this, okay? Look, you're standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body more.
And final round. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Able to show you his blocking ability. Throwing a lot of punches here. Now his opponent is showing very, very good movement. What adjustments can he make to deal with that movement?
Well, Joe, when you're fighting a guy who's smart, who's hard to hit, first of all, you got to shorten those punches up. If they're wide, they have no chance at all. And you got to go to the one place that's not moving. Guess where that is? Downstairs.
Halfway through this 12th and final round.
Just like that. Just like that. Keep moving. Keep moving.
That shot unable to land. Well, he really digs in when he decides to throw that uppercut. Good job. And a power shot lands, and all of a sudden it turns the tables.
A little slow with that jab, and he got caught the right hand.
That punch nowhere close.
Looking good.
And they will bring it home in the last 10 seconds of this final round. From start to finish, it was utter domination.
This was an easy one to score, Joe.
As for that expected outcome, we send it up to the ring to hear from the judges. A unanimous decision. Teddy, your scorecard falls in line, and everybody here in the arena knows exactly what happened tonight.
Yeah, this was an easy one. I mean, I think that you would have had a big problem with the crowd, not to mention me, your broadcaster right here, if these judges gave it any other way.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you soon.